Hello, my friends. So I'm excited. I'm working on my Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches sketch, and I am working on the one for day 8, April 8th. Let me show you the sketch. It's this one right here, and I will also go ahead and try to remember to put it right here while I'm crafting. Now this one's interesting. It has this giant geometric shape, and then all the rest of the work is pretty much right here. Don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. Figuring it out. Okay, and I'm also working in my Nicole Jones 911 Scrapathon class, and I'm working on her day 6 prompt, which I can't share with you because it's paid content. But if you are in the class, I'm working with day 6 prompts of that class. It's a Scrapathon 5 class. And then finally, the information to tell you is I am using my kit number 29 from my paper pad series. I pulled all the kits for Nicole's class and also made it into a paper pad series. So I have some great goodies. I have this flat alpha by Chamel, which works perfectly with this collection right here. I'm gonna put that to the side. Every one of my kits in my paper pad series kits I pulled had a flat alpha because I barely use my flat alphas. So that's a way for me to kind of get that done. I have all kinds of goodies, and I can tell that I was pulling goodies out of my blue color drawer, which I think is wonderful and awesome. Let's use some of those goodies. So I have all of these products I can put over here on my mat, which I like using this when I'm doing my upstairs scrapbooking because it allows me to have a place I can really see colors. I've got this border strip here, and gosh, what was that from? It's a Bella Boulevard border strip, but look at that, great color match. I'll put that just right here. I've got these really great puffy heart stickers in different shades of this burnt orange, but they're really picking up the hearts there, which I like. Oh, look, it's a little pencil. It says you and me, cute. These are not new. These are old, like vellum stickers from, I think they're from a Freckled Fawn, you know, like Black Friday sale. These are some hand-me-down epoxy little words. A little tricky to use with the color palette, but I'm gonna try. Oh, I had a couple leftover little green things. It says hero and coach, so don't know how that's gonna work out with the pictures I have. One little piece of shimmery navy blue ribbon. That must have been in my blue color drawer. Looks like I grabbed out some of this mulberry color because that's in my paper here, but don't know if I'm going to use it. And then I threw in this whole pack of Momenta. Let's see, they're Momenta stickers, and they're in the one that's called Cactus. But I do like the wood pieces. I like the, what do you call that? Burlap and all of that. So I don't know if I'm going cactusy with it because I'll show you what my photos are. These are my photos, and I think, yeah, they're 2 different orientations-ish, and they're taken at the Denver Beer Company. My daughter and her boyfriend just went there on a vacation to Denver, not to the beer company, and they had a cold day. I mean, it was February. They had a cold day, and they sent me these photos, and I tweaked them a little bit because the quality of this photo wasn't great, so I just threw the same filter on both of them. That's great. Slightly colored, but not colored. And they also brought me back this coaster from there. So when I was looking through my kits for this, my Scrapathon paper pad kits, this color palette looked pretty darn good that was in it. I can really play up the blue and the orange, and I like that. So I have that. You see my photos. I just have to figure out what I'm gonna do for that big shape because I don't really know if I want to put the big shape in with this or not yet. So I'm going to get working and I'll take you along with me. All right, friends. So you know how I have that big star in my sketch. I don't really want to use the big star on this. And a lot of times I will. Like, I associate stars pretty strongly with my son and all of that, but I have this background paper is the one I think I want to use because it's kind of all stitched in and it looks kind of awesome as a background, right? That made no sense. You know what I mean? So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Heidi Swapp Gold Color Shine. I have gold in the outfits I'm going to use, so that's going to work. And I'm going to do a whole lot of the smoosh technique. So I am going to use this. I had my kit in this piece of packaging. It was from a Heidi Swap Embossed cardstock. And that's what I had this kit in. I mean, I made 31 kits, and it ended up that I started just using all kinds of packaging to store them in. Now I'm getting lots of envelopes back again, so we're not going to have that problem. All right, so let me stick that up over there. I'm working upstairs right now because this happens to me every March, that I get kind of tired of being in, that is way too much, in my basement. And I need to be up when we finally start getting sunshine. I am in the Midwest, like the northern Midwest, and it starts getting where you need some sun. So I'm gonna do some of my scrapbooking upstairs, and then late summer, I always end up downstairs again. So I just have some Heidi Swap Gold Color Shine in there. I have it smooshed, however, and we're going for it. I do know that most of my scrappy work will be in this corner by this printed doily, and that's fine. But you know, when you start scrapbooking, like, you barely end up seeing your mixed media after a while, so you can go heavier than you ever think. And I also hate wasting things, so I have that. That's my initial smoosh. Great. Now I'm going to go ahead and get that recycled. And I'm going to also go into my handy dandy color shine right here. I usually use my mixed media box, and I'm getting a little crazy not doing that right now. And I'm going to go ahead and also do some nice color shine splatty bits. Now, this is big excitement. A lot of you know I was on the hunt for a color shine dupe, right? And I found one. I'll show it to you in 1 second. Just wanted to get some different sized splatty bits. Let me get a couple big ones. Yes, do you see my fancy technique? It's going up high and flinging. Okay, great splatty bits. So what I have, and I'm so excited about it, let me get it, it's right behind me here. I have, oh no, where is it? Here it is. I've got the Jen Hadfield homemade, it's called Gold Glitter. And it is a gorgeous gold. It has a waterier texture than the color shine does. And I got it from the Not Just for Boys Kit Club, and they got it in, and I asked for 2 bottles because I had heard what a great dupe it is, and it is awesome. It is such an awesome product. So I asked them if they're getting more in because I think they sold out in a week, and they said they are ordering more. They just don't know when they're going to get it. I know, big stuff. So if you do get your hands on it, grab 2. You know how hard it is to get a good gold mist. All right, I'm going to let this dry and come back, and I'm going to see how much live scrapbooking I can do today. It's tricky for me to do live scrapbooking because there are 5 people in my family that live here, and everybody's in and out, and we're all talking all the time. So we're kind of a loud, jovial family, so we don't always have quiet time. All right, I'm going to let this dry and come right back. I think I'm going to just start scrapbooking while that dries. And by the way, look, it's already drying. This is with the Heidi Swap Gold Color Shine. And it's deeper in some places, and, you know, where it's smushed, it's not as heavy. And yes, it's warping, and I don't care. Once it's in the page protectors, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. Nobody cares. Okay, so now in my sketch, it's mostly clustered down here, and knowing me, I'm going to have stuff going up, and that's fine. So I wanted to start thinking about how I want to mat these photos. I'm going to mat them kind of heavily with this, but let's see. I want this to be the first layer. That can be secondary, and this is probably going to be the tertiary layer, if that makes sense. So let's see. And we have to be cognizant that I have about that much. About that much. This is my very fancy measuring system when I say about that much. Just because I want a little bit of a heavier mat around some of it, and I know that. Let's see. Oh, and this is a caterpillar crop, people ask. So this is a caterpillar crop, and yes, I love it. I think it is an awesome cutter. It does have a light thing, and I always lose the bottom piece. I did something to it. So I don't worry about it too much. I mean, I really don't need the light on. It's kind of a neat feature, but it's not that big of a deal. So I think I want this one slightly smaller. So I will go like so with it. And if it's like this, then I need it about right here. Okay. All right. We'll do about that size to start. And let's see, they had like 3 layers, and we might do that. I don't know. So does anybody else nomadically scrapbook? I know that I do, and I always have. I kind of get into it. I don't want it exact, so I think I'm gonna go kind of like, well, I want a whole layer of hearts. So let's see, because I really like the colors in the hearts. So I'm gonna let that paper kind of touch the bottom piece. And then there's a layer behind it. Let's see, let's bring this back over. I don't mind getting a little gold on things. See, I just think that is cute. It is cute. Okay, I'm gonna mat my photos. I think, and a little bit more of this, the tones are so good for these photos. So I'm gonna do that. Go ahead and do that. And chances are I'll pop up the photo of my daughter and her boyfriend on a little foam. I am a big fan of fun foam. So let's do this. We tend to do a lot of ishy work. These photos I print on a Canon Selfie, and I print them actually as I scrap. Every once in a while I'll print out a few ahead of time, and I think that is actually really great because then I don't have to pause in scrapbooking, but that's not often. Now I do have a crop I'm going to in kind of like at the end of April, and I might print some ahead of time, although I always bring my Canon Selfie. Well, I say always. I've been on one other retreat in the last 10 years. So yeah, there's not a whole lot of always. All right, I'm gonna do that. And remember, I have this really great Denver Beer Company sign that I liked the idea of kind of going around this doily piece and making that a thing. So I could do that, pop that up on some foam right there. Okay, I like what I'm thinking. Now, we'll do this. I've been watching a lot of Chamel lately. Like I get into phases where I go back and watch the classes that I still need to complete of Chamel's. And that woman, that creator, knows how to eyeball everything. I mean, she's amazing. We all know she's amazing, but she eyeballs everything, and somehow things come out straight. I don't even know how she does that. That is not really in my wheelhouse. Okay, so then I wanted to have this one down here, and I was gonna have this one sticking up slightly. So let's see. Oh, this is all the foam I have upstairs, but it'll be enough for this project. I'll have to grab some more from downstairs. There we go. There we go. Lovely. So let me put this guy down so I know where I want the other one to rest. The other photo. You want to see the Denver Beer Company? I like that staggered. About right there, about right there. And so I told you that the gold mist area, that's taking care of the star, like the big thing in the background for me. And you see some of the smooshing and some of the splatting, and we talked about how you just don't see a ton of the, that's cool. You don't see a ton of your mixed media once you start scrapbooking. It goes away. That's fine. It's all fine. Let's see. Want that more up at the top because the non-foamy bits will rest right there. Do I want it down more? Now I kind of like that you can see that circle piece, which is the same as this circle piece. But if I go like that, it shows off the photo more. So we have to do that, which means I have to peel up just a little bit of this foam. But chances are we'll use it in this layout somewhere, and that's fine. It just fights with me a little bit. And I'll just pop that piece right on my light. Yeah, it'll fight with me a little bit because it wants to be the boss of me. There we go. So, yeah, I wanted to see a little bit of that taupe stripe color behind it. There we go. So that's cool. We throw away that sticker piece. Little foam bits left over here. I know I'll use them today. I'm scrapbooking all day. I'm so excited. So excited. Okay, so then they had the title here, photos, and then all the fun bits. So this is my favorite part of scrapbooking, is the decorative bits. So these are super strong denim, and I did my colors a lot more muted on this. So I probably won't use those. Let's see. Oh, and I also have, and put my trimmer away, I have all the papers and embellishments from the kits I've already done. So that allows me to have more choices as I go. I like the idea of this stuff as being a trim going down, which layer? This layer, I think, is being a bit of a trim piece right here. So let's pop that in. I think this was from like a Father's Day collection. I'm picturing it from a Father's Day collection that I would have gotten from the scrap room. But that's cool. It's giving me a little bit of something extra. Let's see if I can use it up top too. I think we can. Just a little something extra. Why not? Which is crazy because I made such a big deal of wanting to see the top of that. But, you know, we change our mind all the time. Right in the middle of creating, we change what we thought was what. Okay. So, this is looking a little squared off. Ooh, I like this little pencil that says you and me. So I'm going to use a little bit of this foam that we just removed and put that on. That would be cool. I like that because it's the two of them. I'm sure one of you know where I got that from. Can't remember. And that will go there, so I can just use, let's see if it'll cooperate. Who knows? You never know. Works well with like the smaller tape runners to do that. Well, that didn't work. I tore it, but the adhesive is on it now, so let's see. Let's bend it all down. Okay, so I will grab that piece, go like that, and use a tiny bit of liquid adhesive right here. Just to stick it on for a second. So that's cute. I like that look. And then, so my title, we have Denver Beer Company, which is kind of a big title element. Let's see what else I have here. I really liked this piece. I liked this, my border sticker sheet, and that's totally killed off. Oh, you know, some things people are asking, they're like, aren't you going to have just so many pieces left over and you're gonna have so much to clean up and all that kind of stuff? And the answer is yes, I will. Now, a lot of the pieces that are in my kits though, they were left over from the time I did this beforehand. So in a way, it's like I've already recycled them once. They're gonna go back into my stuff. If it's by color, I can use color drawers, you know, super easily. And if it's, you know, mix of stuff, I'll put it into a bin and I will find a way to make them work in the next kits. So these are those little momentous stickers that we talked about. Dreamer doesn't really work. I like it's the little things though. It makes, I really want to put a little something up here. So let me use my current obsession-y little tag punch. And I'm gonna punch out some of these cute little, oh, it has this little tab here because it goes so big. It's so that you can punch out thick materials, which is fine. I really want to make sure I get in some of the blue and some of the orange though. So, there we go. So I've got that little ticket punch, and then I can do a piece of this fabric-y looking stuff. Okay. Always a fun way to be able to bring the color up without having to, you know, do a whole lot. Now, for punches, I tend towards the punches that you can use over and over again. I mean, I've seen some beautiful things that people have, which, I mean, for card makers, it's really awesome. But for me, I really like to just pull in pieces that, or pull in tools in my collection I can use forevermore, if that makes sense. Should I switch those? Because that's kind of getting, it's kind of like lost back there. So let's see, if I put this here, it's a totally different color. I don't know if these were all from the same paper pad or not. So if I do that, you can see them just a little bit more. And then I'm all about my little hearts. So let's have them all show. Okay, like that a little tiny bit better. All right, so let me move my paper again out of my way. When I create, I tend to have the things from the kit, and as I know I won't use them, I move them out of my way. Like, I know I'm not gonna be using these purple tones. It's just the way that this ended up working. And so I'll kind of shimmy things out of my view over and over. So I like this little Momenta Ever So Gold glittery foam sticker. Let's see, Happy is awesome. See, that's really great too. It's a pretty darn great color match. That's the kind of cool thing about these Momenta stickers. They have all kinds of stuff on them, like all kinds of different textures. I like Happy, I like Joy. I like the You Are My Sunshine, but it just doesn't work because this was a cloudy, yucky day. Now, I think I created this whole thing down here because I wanted to use the It's the Little Things banner. So, which will allow this to come down, which I like. And then, let's see. It says You and Me, which is great. Up here, I can do Happy. And then maybe Joy above it. That's cute. I would kind of like to have something flat now right there. And then we'll put this, the heart going right on that seam. Cute, cute, cute. So yeah, these I pick up now and again at Tuesday morning. And these would be really great for like a summer kind of a layout. Okay. So, Explore is a really good title. I think Explore is now my title. Okay. And the thing that's, you know, I've had some really good questions. People are like, I can't deal with the concept of you making kits and you don't have your pictures first. And I know what you're saying. I do know what you're saying with that. But sometimes you make a bunch of kits, right? Like I made 31 kits. And this is kit number 29. And I just went looking to see what would match like the color and the vibe I was trying to do. And I did find one. Now, when I get down to like my bottom 5 page kits or so, that's not gonna happen. Like, I wish I could say it's magical and it happens every time, but that won't happen. And at about that time, I will go ahead and make more page kits. So where do we want our title? Now the title is supposed to be right here. So if I took these two little guys up, see, here's me like totally channeling my inner Chamel, like take it apart every second. Come on, little die cut sticker guy. Okay. Are you arguing? Looks like it's at a slight slant, but it's not. Okay. I can put explore right there. I don't really want to squish Shay's face too much, but I hate trapped space. And this guy does not want me to pull it up again. Okay. Let's see. Well, I think we're getting trapped space that I hate, and we have to accept the situation. Unless I go more like that, and I like it connected. Okay, so now we have explore. We have lots of gold, so the gold thing totally makes sense. So you and me, I'm gonna put this little joy word down there, and see, I just don't like them being the same exact vibe. So I can put happy up here because it's different in that one is like a satin gold and one is glittery. Great. This is slightly the wrong blue. I think that's from the Little One Chamel collection. Cute. Let's see. Rewind. Ooh, that blue is in my view. Oh, I am liking this. So, oh, I like rewind, explore. Do you like rewind with explore? I like that because those go together. And these little blue guys, I think, I'm not sure, I think they're from like these Heidi Swap kits that I picked up at Tuesday Morning that had all kinds of chipboard pieces and arrows and all kinds of stuff. And I just split them up by color. So I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna have that little guy go on a diagonal kind of that way. I'm still working in with the fantastic stitching of this. And if you have this, yes, this is a doily. If the doily is not your vibe, cover most of it. The hero coach thing is not gonna work for what I have going on. That's fine. This intense blue ended up being a little different than what I was working on. That's going out of my view. Let's see. The navy ribbon. I would have had a chance to use it down here, but now I don't. Let's see. I don't think I need a bow. I can try to make one. I am not good at it. Let's see. And yes, this will get edited out, I'm sure, because this is not my forte. I like crafting with bows. I think they're so cute when you get to craft with them, but you know. There we go. Now, I like it. I just don't really have any place for it. All right, that'll hit a layout soon. This is a really random die cut, but it's kind of rose gold, so that's gonna go. What about, you know, actually using these? And I think I have room right here to do Nick and Shay. Oh, and just a heads up, I think I hear somebody coming home. And if that is true, yep, I'm gonna go ahead and voice over. All right, so I have my flat elf working on that upper left space, and my goal is to at least use them a little bit. And I'm gonna go ahead and put 2020 on with the same Chamel bright blue stickers because I could. There were enough sticker letters to do that. This is the first time I used them, but they don't always have the numbers. Now these little pieces, these are from Doodlebug, and I'm telling you, I have no idea where they came from. I don't know if they came in a kit or, you know, I think I stopped in this one brick and mortar scrapbook store last year and there wasn't a whole lot that I liked there, but I picked up a couple of embellishments. So I think that's where they're from, but they're kind of like enamel epoxy little doodle bug shaped things. But I just used a couple of the itty bitty little tiny hearts that were in that collection. Now I'm looking around for some finishing bits. At the end of each of my kits, I go into like the embellishment bin from the kits that I've done before and look around to see if there's anything that I can use to add to my layouts. And that's where you see that circular bit that is above my blue circle and that epoxy kind of a piece. I think that's Studio Calico. Yeah, I was seeing if a coffee cup worked for this, but not so much for a beer company. So that's where I end up finding kind of like random bits and pieces to fill in. So that is it for today, friends. I will see you back ever so soon with another video. Thanks for watching.